Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer from Bell's. This is a Blackbeard's Bear Hug. This is an Imperial Stout, 14.4% brewed with vanilla, cinnamon, and coconut. So, funny label on that one. It's a bear that's been blinded with a coat. It's a whole to-do. But anyway, they don't generally distribute much barrel-aged beer. Obviously, Black Note would be the barrel-aged beer that they distribute. So, interested in reviewing this one. Had this one a little bit chilled, so now we're reviewing it a little bit warmer. I will say that the beer looks still. It pretty much is still a beer. The beer doesn't really build much head to it because it has all these coagulated coconut flakes to it. I guess coconut fat. I don't really see coconut flakes, but just coagulated fats from the coconut. So that's what something coconut will offer. So on the nose. Ooh. Oh. So this beer is liqueur-ish. It has a nice spice quality to it. It's quite boozy. 14.4% obviously will be boozy, but as someone who, I like some Bourbon County. Here, you get not quite what you get from something like Bourbon County. It is quite boozy, but one of the funny things to talk about this beer is that they're adding vanilla, coconut, and cinnamon to this beer. Well, those are a lot of the notes and the spicy notes that you get from the char barrel, along with the coconut and vanilla kind of complexity, is something what they're doing. So they're sort of like bourbon barrel aging the beer in a rum barrel. So like if it's sort of conceptualize, I think that's what they're doing to the beer. Or you can think of it as a pastry stout, but I think that's what they're trying to go for. Otherwise, that is sort of what it is, right? It's boozy, cinnamony. There's a little bit of coconut sweetness, but it's a lot of fusel on. There's just driving a lot of like boozy nose to it. Cheers. Ooh, man, stingy nose. So, on the palate, ow, this beer's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. We talk about bourbon barrel aged beers where there's a sense of like complexity of adding some bourbon shot into your beer. I mean, it's not quite complexity, but it is just straight up boozy into an imperial stout, and then you have a really integrated kind of barrel character where the bourbon sort of marries into the beer. This is sort of like an adjuncted kind of trick. We're having like complexities of vanilla, coconut, and cinnamon, but then you're throwing a shot of like Bacardi into it, and it's sort of like plays a little bit of the trick of like pouring a shot of bourbon into your imperial stout, but it's like a lesser so. I don't know how to explain that. It's like it's a cheating bourbon kind of thing where it's just like throwing booze into your trick of what you're trying to make in imperial stout, a bourbon barrel imperial stout. Up front, boozy. There's a dark malty note. It's chocolatey, espresso-y, but the malt sort of drives away, and it's got kirsch, which is a cherry liqueur. A little bit of coconut sweetness. The vanilla is like quite hidden because it plays into maybe the barrel character. It's just boozy, thin. It lacks a really kind of like a touch of effervescence that would move this beer around. Honestly, it tastes like a chocolatey Amaro, if that makes any sense. Like if you guys haven't had Amaro, you've had Jaeger, you've had Fernet Branca, something like that. Like it's an Amaro. It's very herbally, but boozy too, because this obviously is 14.4% in the range of Amaros that drive 20, 15 to 30%, something like you catch up bartenders that know things better. Then we can probably talk about that better. But it is herbally. It has a spicy note to it. Not quite herbally. Again, spice is driven on this one, and so, but it's boozy. It's not really malty and yeasty, which shows you in beer. It really is much more spirit driven. That's what it is. Yeah, a lot of these beers, you're looking for a character of the barrel to meet beer. Here is barrel driven. It is spirit driven. They really have just got a lot of spirit connected with that kind of vanilla, coconut, and cinnamon note with that little bit of roastiness. And yeah, I mean, it's a disjointed beer. I think it's sort of homebrew trick in my mind. Sort of you can get a homebrew to really look pretty with a little bit of spirit character. You sort of hide the underneath beer because what you're looking for with a great bourbon barrel aged imperial stout or one barrel aged imperial stout or anything that like you're trying to treat that the base beer really stands up. The base beer here is not really trying to stand up. The carbonation is lost. You're really just getting spirit character, the barrel character, and then you're getting some of these adjuncts kind of just hiding everything. So that's really what I noticed. So it's a messy, messy, messy beer. That's all I can say. This beer for me gets in 86. So this Bell's Blackbeard's Bear Hug. Until next time, guys, cheers. Let me know what you guys think about this one. If you guys are distributed with this one, try it out. It's an interesting one from Bell's. If you guys are a big Bell's fan. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.